Welcome on back to next episode. Sorry, I've gotten a little bit distracted there. But hello and welcome back to some more Minecraft Paradise Golden Age, episode 1100 and... I cannot remember the exact episode we're on. But welcome on back. This is me, doing a third recording in a row. But welcome on back, I tell you. So, last episode, well, we're actually getting started on a big project, and that is a total reconstruction of one of our most historical buildings in all of Mass Halden that we have built. We are going to be breaking down this very historical and beautiful building that we built, and we're going to be reconstructing it over in this area here. I've just taken down a bunch of the Mass Halden wall. There's a tiny bit of... I might bring that back a little bit more. And then we will get started on this ginormous reconstruction project. Now I will actually check my book here. Wait 1 second, gang. It was going to run. Hold on, gang. Dealing with a spider now. Decided to live inside my book, I tell you. There we go. Apologies for that, gang. Still need to clean off that other bit. But I was just about to, talk about it, and then I opened up my book and there was a spider there. And I was not chancing it there. Ah yes, aqueduct. I forgot we were going to build an aqueduct for this area. Trying to clean off this book here. This notebook that I have. Oh, this is very old. This is very old. You know when you find something that's very old and it just gives you like flashbacks to all these different memories? Well, that is exactly what I've just found, I tell you. That is exactly what I've just found. I need some light if I'm going to be doing this, I tell you. So, I found a old notebook that I have that I've not continued in quite some time. Those are some old series ideas. Sorry, I was just going through a little bit of, memories there. I do apologize, you have to look up into the sky, but I will eat. So I was looking at this book here, and it reminded me that I needed to do a aqueduct, but then I saw this other book, and I was wondering, like, I recognized the word on there, and it was "Revive My Son." Now, if any of you have been, around for a while, that means this notebook here, with that one thing, makes that notebook one of the oldest notebooks that I have for the series, because that was back in episode 30 that I did that notebook. So you know it's very old. Alright. So, back we are. Sorry, I wanted to open up the notebook so that I had some kind of reference here for what I was going to be doing. And I'm definitely going to have to flatten out a bit of this landscape here. But to be honest, that does not really seem that very unappealing, because I do actually see an idea for a design here for a pathway. So I might actually get started on breaking some of this now. I'll probably break it around there. Actually, I can just use this other shovel because it says no silk touch on it, so it's not really that wasteful. Okay, I broke too far. No, wait, no, that's actually perfect. Checking PC temp. That is a little bit hot, I tell you. I'm always checking my PC temp now because I really need that fan replacement. And I really want to get a bundle of 5, you know, PC fans. So I'm really hoping to get that. And hopefully they will work. I'm not sure if they will exactly be the right amount of pins. If not, I could always just get a replacement, you know. Refund it, get a replacement, you know, that kind of stuff. There we go. And let us go and break that there. And you kind of see how big this area that I'm going to be chopping is right now. Because that is going to be quite the wide berth that I'm going to have to, you know, mine through here. And it's actually not too bad, to be honest. I thought there would be a lot more. But I have a vision here, and I think it's going to be nice. You can kind of see where the cut is on the ground. I'm actually thinking about making an elevated area here. That will make this more of an elevated, because I heard elephant there. More of an elevated part of the city, that being Mass Halden. Alright. Love the sand will be reused soon. I'll put that in there as well. Let's get started on mining this sand out here. And then we'll move further along. I do have a lot of wheat here. I might put a lot of this wheat over in my thingy area, so let's actually just start breaking all of this. This is a very old wheat farm. This wheat farm went through like a few different renovations, and I never really liked it too much. It was nice to have here, but the grass that I saw, you know, on the ground over here is acacia grass, and the acacia grass never really grew on me, to be honest. It never really grew on me. Alright, let me put that in there. And we have surprisingly quite a lot of wheat here. I'm very surprised at the amount of wheat that we have. A lot of the seeds will be reused for another project. Check that there. And just shove that all in there. Grab that. Go all the way over here and grab that. And yeah, that's actually not too bad. Put the wheat in there. And that is actually quite a lot of seeds. We're actually not doing too bad here. Alright, so let's get started on mining out this area here. What could we talk about while we're working on this? Well, I talked about aqueduct and then I did not really go into detail with it. So I might as well go into detail with it. So I'm planning on building an aqueduct. And it's been a very old project, to be honest. It's a very old project. Like, the page that I was on was the last page that I opened of the book, and that was a year ago. I had it on my desk, so no wonder Spooder, you know, was in it. It was dark, it was shaded, you know. Too humid, you know, sometimes. Needed a place to hide. That's what I'm thinking. Definitely malted at least once, so must have not been in there that long, to be honest. Alright. It did try to crawl back at me, you know, when I had the book open for a second there. But I just used the, what do you call it, the book cover to just slam. And just get rid of it that way. Sorry, I was just looking at my hand there. You just see the, what do you call it, inside muscles moving when I'm, going to the WASD keys. It was just, fascinating to watch there for a second. But back to that aqueduct. I promised to do an aqueduct a long time ago, and I just never got around to doing it. So I think I might actually get around to doing it very soon. The problem is, there really is no watery area that would be nice for it. So maybe I should try and change a lot of this area. We could go like the Hanging Gardens, area, and was it Syria? I'm not sure. You know the place that had the Hanging Gardens, that, and then everyone thought it was this place, but then it wasn't actually that place, it was actually a different place, and everyone was just getting confused, and that's how you found out a lot of writers were copying each other. Because it was actually an entirely different location. Alright. With that now all clear, grab a bunch of sand. A lot of the sand will just be recycled into, this build project that we're going to be working on. Because we're going to have to recycle a lot of material for getting this just right. I'm trying to think, like, I'm going to be doing this, big build project here. And I want it to be nice, But I don't want it to be, like, too massive compared to the original. Don't want it to be too massive compared to the original. I am biting off, quite a big, chunk. That's what I will say. I am biting off quite a big chunk. I did have a zombie head in there. There we go. Break all of that. And that is not looking too bad. I've actually made quite a lot of progress in this, episode. Let me see. We're only at the 12-minute mark. And we're not actually done that much. Well, we've done a lot, but, not that much on the actual build project yet. Alright. So, I will put that in there. Luggy, you can actually go back in there. I'll sort that all around. Don't need that now. And clay, and that clay goes there. Oh yeah, I was going to, say about earlier when I said clay. I was thinking about getting a build series. Well, not a build series. I was thinking about doing a series, and it was heading to... I forgot all about that building I built there. You can tell a lot of these buildings really need to be renovated. That's what I need to do. I want to renovate them, I want to make them less flat. So I'm going to add more intricate stuff on the outside of these buildings. That's kind of my, main idea. Intricacy will go a long way. Alrighty. Let us go and break all of this. And I think once we actually get a lot of this started, we will start to see, division, what it's going to be like. Now, it's probably best to get started, I tell you. I should really probably look for any thingy. It's very good to have, end stone on hand for this. If I actually have any end stone. I do. And just shove that back in there. Oh yeah, that's where I was storing a bunch of the other dirt. Oh, almost went right by it there. I saw it, I'm going to use it. And I shall just shove that in there now. So, let us actually get started on this build project, because this is going to take us a while. Now, we saw the number of 13. 14 would be a better number, but I'm actually thinking about going with 16. And the reason why we're going to go with 16 is that I feel like it would just be better in number-wise for this entire build project. But also it would make a little bit more room in the inside that we have kind of struggled with in the past, especially with that staircase in there. Alright. So I wanted it to be kind of like close to the stairways like it was before. There's a tiny fly on my arm there. But I want the staircase to stand on its own. Like, I want you to be able to see, oh, this is a staircase, I can go up it. So probably here would be the mark that I would go for. Yeah, I think that is going to be the mark that we go for. I don't know if I want to line it up with the previous build, to be honest, so I'll actually break that, and then we need to find the middle bit of... So I forgot to actually count the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Actually, I'll go to recount that. So that is 2 right there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20... I lost count there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. That is an odd number there. I think we're going to go with 32. Oops. 27 blocks. So let's go with the numbering of 16 and 32. So 16 long. So that's 1 right there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait. I've just done an absolutely mistake. I've just remembered that I did not want to make it close to anything, because I wanted it to be more kind of like, you know, around... I would say around this bit right here. I want it to be able to stand as its own thing. So, and then this is going to be 16 blocks, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That makes 12. So really I should go with 18 if I'm being honest. Yeah, I think I might add 18 as the number. That would make a little bit more sense. And it kind of, you know, lines up in the maths. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Six. There we go. And now we counted long wise, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And that makes it symmetrical. And Now I just need to get over here. This would be the middle of the entire build project. And where this torch is actually the middle of the interior. That's actually not that big, to be honest. It seems like just a fancier version of our last one, to be honest. And I do want to make the outside a lot more nicer, to be honest. So I do plan on doing some intricate, design work on the outside. So I might as well get started on doing some of that. Yeah, I might actually curve some of this mound and, make it into, like, more normal looking. Because I like this path bit, but I guess I could tear down. Yeah, I do plan on tearing that down anyway, so. Yeah, I could see what I need to do. Alright. I should probably add the other numbers, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 4. I think I've done a miscalculation somewhere. Oh, I might have just been imagining it, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is the 7th block, not the 6th block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. I must be doing something bad there. I must be confusing myself. There's 6 blocks in between, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oop. Alright. Recount time. Recount. What time are we at anyway? 23 minutes? We're not doing too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, that is definitely out of count. 20 would have been good, but I think I might actually go with 20. It would just round it up a bit better. And then just break that, place that there. And then just go like this. At least I don't have to deal with this, miscalculation anymore. That could have been a very serious one, to be honest. That would have just cramped the entire building. And there we go. And then there's supposed to be one here. One here. And you're in the right spot. Yeah, that's actually not looking too bad, to be honest. That is not looking too bad at all. Now, let me join these up. I know it may look a little bit confusing at first, but in time this will actually look quite nice, because this is all the the corners of the building, all getting their fancy, aesthetic design. There we go. And there we go. Need to make some more smooth sandstone. There we go. Place that there. Place that there. Bam! That is not bad. That is not bad at all. Alrighty. So, I think our next step is to make an inverted stair right here. I love how we're just doing the outside of the building now, before we've actually even started, like, fully the building. There we go. You know what I want to play, you know, soon? I want to play Serious Sam again. I've not played that in a while. I played it on the channel quite a while ago, and it was good, but at the same time, you know, I felt like it was lacking. I like to go back to series and then replay them, you know, with better quality and all that. I want to do that soon. Because there's quite a few, you know, series that I do need to return to. We also need to take a little stretch, you know, in a few minutes. But that would probably be after this episode ended. And there we go. You're starting to actually see the, you know, outside here. I feel like the outside is starting to, like, form its shape. It will look a little bit weird now until we get the inside done. But that will not take us too long. And I don't want to rely on oak wood. We relied on oak wood too much. And, you know, there's really no trees out in the desert. So I want to do something that's more aligned with the desert instead of, you know, not actually from the desert. There we go. I think we're actually doing quite well. This is actually looking way too fancy for usual stuff. Alright. So I'll probably just do a step up, like that. Now I'll probably do slabs, to be honest. I think slabs would be nice. So stairs, slab, stairs, slab, and then over here, stairs, stairs, slab, slab, stairs, slab, stairs, slab, stairs, slab, stairs, I ran out slabs, slab, stairs, slab. We are nearing the end of today's episode, so I might have actually hit the end of today's episode now. I'll quickly do this, and then I need to slab the top bit there. Yeah, I actually really like this. This is starting to like form its own shape, its own identity. Because if you look at the other sides, you know, of this town, that guy just disappeared there in my bit there. You can kind of see that a lot of them are flat. This is like the really only one that has a lot of jagged bits, and that's because I did actually go and reconstruct it a bit. And that was to flatten these rough edges and all that down. So I think that's what I'm going to focus on for the future of this build. It's kind of creating its own identity. And I think with this, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this has got to be tall. I think I'm going to rely on its height here. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Its height is going to be quite, you know, the important part of this. I am going to make a bunch of more end stone. Primarily because I want it to be kind of the stuff that keeps everything together. You probably won't see this on the outside in the future, but it will be like visible to us now. And probably on the inside, I'm not sure. You can kind of start to picture how this build is going to turn out. I wanted to have large windows, so that's why I'm doing what I am doing now. I'll fall down there, place all of that there, eat some rotten flesh because I am direly hungry. Look at that. I like that view. That is a nice view. I really liked how that blimp, turned out. Cost a fortune, but at the same time, definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Let's see. Plus Pride Month is coming up, so we get the chance of continuing our work. So if you want to leave any ideas on what we should do for Pride Month coming up, let us know down below. And no stupid ideas. I know one of you out there, always suggest the most, not dumbest idea, but the weirdest ideas that are physically not possible. Like, why? Like last time I asked that, someone said about doing this weird contraption, and I cannot even remember what it was. And you know what? I am not doing that weird contraption. Not this year or next year, because that takes way too much redstone. Way too much redstone. But I really do like how this identity of this building is turning out. You can kind of start to see how it's going to look and how it's going to be, forming. Like, this is going to be a majestic building, I tell you. It will have its own identity on top, and I might actually do something for the side area, because this is just very flat. And so I think I might actually make a rounded little bit here. I might not do it on that side, but I'll do it on this side to kind of give it a little bit more extravagance. That is what I'm planning on, extravagance. So, we did hit the 32-minute mark, and I will end off here. So, hopefully you enjoyed this. Have a nice day, stay safe, stay visible. Because it's very important, very important. Everybody, see things, bye.